Hello guys, my name is Jeff. I was wanting to do a video of our new 2019 NuCamp tag, Boondock. Just to give a background, I guess, of who I am. I've camped a lot, I've backpacked a lot. Pretty much my whole life I've done that. A few years ago, my wife and I got into overlanding, doing a rooftop tent setup, kind of doing that style of camping, and decided to go with the smaller trailer, just for means of comfort. And so I guess we'll talk a little bit about the trailer. This is our second outing in this trailer since we bought it less than a month ago. And so just some of the things that I've done to it already, and there's not a whole lot of videos out there, so hopefully this is a good walkthrough and I can kind of have some pointers for you. So I'll take the camera now. I hope you don't mind the double chin. But this is our setup here. We're over in Lake Pleasant in Phoenix, northern Phoenix, I guess you could say. This is our kind of setup. We have a little 90 watt, 3 panels of 30 watt solar panels, so it's a total of 90. Getting us our power. We have a couple awnings and everything. Just to kind of do a walkthrough of the camp itself. Just to kind of talk about the trailer itself. With this solar panel, I made an extension just so I can get longer length and kind of get out as I'm chasing the sun. This is from overlandsolar.com. I know that they have several different packages, probably newer too, that's several years old, and it still works. Controller works. I know some of them, my in-laws, they had to replace their controller, which is pretty simple, but it just hooks right into the battery. Just hook it right up to the battery and call it good. These are some of the security things I use for when the trailer's in storage, but I added a lock on there. Not that it's going to do a whole lot, but just deters people from trying to get in there. This is a 2019 tag, Boondock Lite. Originally I wanted to go with the Boondock Edge, and when I was ready to purchase it, I purchased it from Tom's Camperland down in Mesa. Alan helped me out with that. I went with the Lite because they didn't have the Edge in the colors that I liked. This one they did, and it was a Lite, which means it didn't have the rack. It didn't have any of the awnings coming with it. It didn't have the step, little steel step that goes up into it, which I was okay with. I didn't have any of the lights or anything, of course. I really wanted the rack and the awning, and so they threw it in for me. I found online through rei.com the second awning. They're usually about $300. I paid $180 for it. And so to me, I think I saved probably $1,500 going with the light version instead of the Edge. Again, I didn't want the lights, so, and the fact that they threw the awning in and rack made me pretty happy. On the back, the Edge version comes with a big old LED bar light, which nobody really likes because it attracts bugs at night when it's on. I can talk about that in a little bit here. Going inside, so this is the XL, so it's a little bit wider. I think it's a foot wider, and we wanted the space. And another thing I was planning on doing was getting rid of the air conditioner, as you can see. I built the little box. I built these shelves. These don't come with it. I just wanted extra space, so I took the air conditioner out because we won't ever use it. where we go camping, we go up where it's not too hot. So one thing I did find, this switch is for the air conditioner when it's running, and what it does is it exhausts air. So if you, let me move this really quick. If you open that little box down here, there's a little fan under there. There's 2 fans on the side, right behind this, and on the other side. The 2 side ones exhaust air out those little vents. The little fan down here exhausts air down through the bottom of the trailer. I left those there thinking I could use them to exhaust air just inside the trailer if I didn't want to use the fan. It's still pretty loud, so I think what I'm going to do is disconnect those fans, leave them in there, but disconnect them and use the wire from the switch, and I can run little LED strip lights underneath both sides of the cabinet and use that as the on and off switch for that, because it's all 12 volts. So I'm still kind of playing around with that. I built another shelf to add inside there, but after a couple times we've used the trailer, we haven't really needed to put anything on the shelf. I'm still adding things to it, trying to find ideas of what to do. Some of the things that the Boondock Edge comes with are the little bungee cord, I guess, baskets on the side. I was okay without those too. To me, to be honest with you, right when you sleep, that's where your shoulder, upper body is, and I didn't really need anything in there in the way with that. Just as a test, I bought some bungee cord, 100-foot length, 3/16 size bungee cord, and I added those up here. Kind of useless, but I'll probably add another one above it or below it, I'm not sure, just to kind of make my own basket. I think I'll probably eventually do some for the shelving up there, just to kind of lock things in there as we're transporting the vehicle. The few times that we've slept in here, last night it got down to about 60, and now it's 63. You can see that. Yesterday afternoon it was about 78. And we love these windows because you can open them with the screens, and we just used the fan and circulated air, and it was pretty good yesterday afternoon. Took a little nap. Some of these little things here, lanterns, I've had forever, probably 4 years now. I bought them. I work for the school district. Sometimes they have these little companies that come in to sell products. I think it's called Collective Goods. I bought those little solar lanterns about 4 years ago, and they work pretty good. Some of these other little lantern inflatable lights. This one's called Sunlight. It's from sunlightlantern.com. I bought 4 years ago. That company is probably now out of business. I think they probably got bought out. We have 3 of those. Those things still work after 4 years. Those are pretty awesome. We just have this other canopy that we use. Bought it from Walmart. A lot of my stuff that I get from online. I shop a lot and try and find the best deals. So those things are kind of nice to have because you just sit them out in the sun, or if you have them hanging in direct sunlight, they'll charge all day long and be enough for you for what you need at night. This is just a Ozark Trail canopy I got from Walmart. We've had for a couple years now, and it works pretty great. Just a 4-foot cooking table. It has the grate, so you can put a stove there. This is a Blackstone 17-inch griddle. You can buy these at Walmart. I got this one cheaper online. And it comes with just that. I bought the other package where it has the cover from Blackstone, and it was that's a cover, and then there's also another bag, that black one down there, that carries everything. I made this This is just galvanized steel, bent it, and I just tack welded it through the handle on there so that I could cover it while I'm cooking. Usually I don't have this. This was just a quick trip this weekend. I have a 20-pound propane tank that I will hook that up to. These little Alps aluminum side tables, they just fold right up. And they actually store beneath the bed underneath the trailer. Or inside the trailer. I'll show you really quick. Really easy to access. And there's some room for storage. I think maybe it's 3.5 inches tall. Just the size of a 1x4. So that's about 3.5 inches underneath. We're still kind of finding stuff to put in there and stow away as we're camping more. We keep coming up with ideas of what we can do. Like I said before, the light didn't come well. The Boondock Lite does not come with any of those spotlights, which we're happy about. I think some versions come with the microwave, but I was not planning on using that anyways, and that was another selling point for the light. This one didn't come with it. I was going to take it out, so that was less work for me to have to do, because we'd rather have the storage. You need to have shore power anyways to run it, and where we go camping we don't have that access to that power, so which we're fine with. Anything else to add? I can't think of.
Got your water over here.
Yeah, 11 gallons of water. You can see the tank, and that runs back, I think, past there, up towards the bed. You have all your hookups over here, cable if you wanted it, shore power, your hose. And this is where you'd fill up and hook up if you're going to be connected. Some sites that offer water. One thing I'm planning on doing in the future is getting a portable heater, and I would run off of propane. So the line that comes back to the stove for your propane, you can see is right there, comes underneath. It's on the other side. It comes underneath, so I'm going to tee off and probably just have it to where I can hook the portable stove or a portable water heater up, probably come out through here somewhere with the hose, and then I'll hook this up to it, line to the portable water heater, and I'm using the pump that is plenty powerful enough to run water through the water pump, or through the portable propane heater, and then we can take showers off the side. We have a little stand-up tent for showers, so we'll probably eventually do that. This little cabinet I bought a few years ago from gandermountain.com. I got it for $100. It's great because they have all these little cubbies. When we were doing a lot of overlanding before the trailer, that thing was packed with all our dry stuff and things that can store. And when we were ready to go camping, we'd just throw that in the Jeep and take off. And this thing folds up. This top folds up, stores in the back. The legs collapse in. So really it's just the size of the cabinet that is taking up space, which is pretty great. One thing I've noticed with the refrigerator is during the day when I'm hooked up to solar, I leave it on number 3. I think that's the setting that uses the most energy. But at night, I'll turn it down to 2 and just kind of let it do its thing through that. That way it's not wasting too much power at night. But with solar hookup. I'm not worried about it. It'll charge during the day. I bought these little dual USB 12 volt things. I'll keep track of what my battery's at. I have two of them, one for the back and one for the front, which is nice because we use everything USB. This is the product here I got off of Amazon. They weren't too expensive. I think like $9. But it comes in handy because I'll have my phone and tablet, and my wife will have her phone and tablet. So that's 4 plugins right there. The other side is 120 volts, which we don't use. I might try and convert that over to another USB socket or something, because we just won't ever use that. But yeah, there's plenty of light. I love all the accent lighting back there. The lights up here on the passenger side of the trailer, they control those 2 lights. On the driver's side, the inside switch controls the accent lighting here, and then on both sides, the outside light switch does the outside light, which you really hope if you're getting one of these, you have the yellow lights. Those don't attract bugs at night. So anyways, this is our 2019 Boondock Lite XL, and we look forward to the adventures that we'll have in this thing. This is the first time I've ever owned a trailer, and I think I did pretty good. So as for now, it's time for some coffee. Got any questions, put it in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them.